You are welcome to my channel. First, thank you all for the positive feedback, for the tips I gave to help you build back home whilst still living abroad. If you haven't watched that tip, please scroll through my videos and watch that tips if you are still living abroad. Well, however, from my observation and from what you are telling me, there is still other obstacles to your dream home that we must look at. That is price of land in the big cities. Price of land in the big cities. Prices of non-service one plot, say 100 foot by 70 foot in our cities are going for $50,000, for example. One plot, which is 100 feet by 70 feet, from where I come from, is going as high as $50,000. What is a non-service plot? These are plots with no main drainage systems, no electricity, no tarred road, no proper plans for social amenities. There are many more. There are so many other things that these places lack that I cannot mention all in this video. For me, and let me use the words of my secondary school maths teacher, there is solution to every problem. There is a solution to every problem. So with this non-reasonable prices in the city, are we going to sit down? No. We must find solution for that. The solution, especially for people living abroad, is simple. Don't buy land in the cities. Don't buy land in the cities. Buy it in the small towns or the villages. Before I give you something to think about, take a few seconds to subscribe and like this video, please. Thank you for subscribing and liking the video. We go on. So, why am I saying don't buy land in the cities? First, the location that people keep mentioning with respect to properties apply mostly for commercial properties. Just use Google and search what are the factors people look for when choosing areas for properties. You will see it keep on coming. You will read location. Location is very important. But my friends, I'm telling you, the location is very important only when your property is for commercial purposes. Example, hotels, guest house, schools, stores, shopping malls, restaurant, rental apartment, offices. All these commercial ventures, you need them in the cities or as close as possible to the cities. So if you are looking for this, then please, I pity you. You may have to spend $50,000 or $100,000 to buy the land in the cities or as close as possible. You may not have any other choice. Okay. Second, as a diasporan, a person living abroad, I would say your property is more or less retirement home. By the time you come back home for good, you are over 50 years. You are not economically active, and you don't really care much about bustling social life in the cities. You don't need the stress associated with the city. You don't need the bustling and the hustling life in the cities. You don't need all the problems associated with the cities. When you have worked so hard abroad and you want to come back home and rest, you don't need all that. You don't need the noise in the city. You don't need the traffic. You don't need the waste problem. You don't need the overcrowding in the city. You don't need pollution in the city. You don't need flooding in the city. Instead, you want quiet place and want to be close to nature. You want to come out, maybe stand or sit at your balcony and you are looking at a green field, not other people's roof, not a pile of rubbish or a long queue of traffic around. So, my friends abroad, over to you. Third reason, a fraction of the price of a plot of land in the city can get you acres of land in a small town or village. Acres of land, a fraction of it. Let's say that $50,000 they are quoting in the city, maybe $10,000 or $15,000 can get you 2 acres or 1.5 acres in a small village or a small town somewhere. So why not going for that? What about growing your own fruits and vegetables or rearing domestic birds and animals on the acres of the land around your house? I believe your grandchildren would love to come around all the time during weekends and their holidays. They will come. They will come from the city. Your grandchildren. We want to go to grandma. We want to go to grandpa. They are in the city with their mom and dad because probably they need to be there. Their parents are economically active. But you as 60 years, 65 years, 70 years, that you are grandpa or grandmom, you have your house, you have 1 acre land around, you grow your vegetables, you have green, you have peace, it's quiet there. I bet you will never feel lonely. Your children, your grandchildren will definitely come on weekends and on holidays, even your friends in the city, the young ones, will also run away during weekends and come to you for a bit of quiet time. Well, all I would say is be smart in the location choices at the villages and the towns. I'm not telling you to go and build in the middle of nowhere. No, for security, I won't recommend that. Be smart in your choices and take these steps. Choose outskirts of villages or towns or near tarred roads. Outskirts of villages, towns, on or near tarred roads. Next one is choose villages on the hills with spectacular views. The next, choose villages or towns within an hour drive to the city. Next, choose towns or villages close to sea, lake, or water bodies. Next, choose towns or villages close to eco resort, waterfalls, and other tourism destinations. Next, if security is an issue, plan with friends and identify locations and share and develop it. Say 5 people acquiring 5 acres and sharing it an acre each. So in the end, you have 5 houses, which is 400 meters apart. So my friends, I'm not saying it is all worse in the cities. Of course, if you are lucky to have acquired land already, develop it. After all, we know that property in the city appreciates in value more than small towns. Also, you can turn your residential property to commercial use easily and profitably whenever you want in the city. But then, if you don't have one yet, don't break bank to acquire one. Look elsewhere. If you don't necessarily have to be in the city, by so doing, prices would drop a bit for those who have to be in the city at all cost. Thank you for watching.